Are they first going to hit an already battered labor sector? I mean, is that the first effect that we're going to see, that you know, traditional employment in manufacturing? I mean, is that what...
That's yesterday's news. That's been going on for 30-plus years. I think it's more likely to hit in the part of the workforce, as you say, that's already been fairly hardly hit by technology and automation. It's the kind of the lower end of the middle class is where the real job loss, the real wage compression has happened. I think that's likely to continue because what a lot of lower middle class workers do is some kind of work in the physical world. They're home health aides, they're cooks, they're working out there in the world. Automation is coming to some of those jobs.
Yeah, but I'm worried we're not going to have enough robots, really.
Say again?
We're not going to have enough robots. There's a demographic inversion happening where there's going to be so many more older people relative to the number of younger people. So providing those services is going to be very, very expensive.
And there's not a robot ready in 5 years to take care of grandma when she's at home.
No, so there's going to be robotic technology to help. I think self-driving cars is a great example of that. I don't think the cars are going to be fully autonomous for quite a while, but it will let people like me who are getting older drive longer and be safe about it because it takes care of a lot of the safety issues.
But I'm with you. I think that in some places there are going to be a heck of a lot of robots, and in some not nearly enough to take care of some of our challenges.
That's interesting. Rodney, have you been surprised by, are there people who approach you with interest in Baxter that you would not have thought of?
Yes, but for all sorts of wacky things.
Well, the less wacky
Tell about some of the nastiest jobs that Baxter gets put in.
So the thing that I have really liked most is when Baxter's gone into some factories, the workers have seen it operating and then have come to whoever's sort of in charge of Baxter, and typically it's a line worker or a low-level tech, and said, can we get Baxter to do this job that I hate? So in one little plastics factory, the tending to these plastics molding machines, you're not allowed to take your 2-hour shift while you're there. You're not allowed to take a bathroom break because you don't want to slow down that plastics machine. So they much prefer to have Baxter there doing that because Baxter doesn't need the bathroom break. What they regrinding the misformed parts, they have to put on a mask. It's a dirty, dusty job. They've got a Baxter doing that 24 hours a day now. That was at the election of the people in the factory.
Rod also tells me that unpacking stool samples when they get mailed in.
Yeah, that's a new application.
It's not the first job at the queue for people, so they give it to Baxter.
Oh, it's funny, but I mean, it brings up a serious point. Is you know, these inflection points that I mean, some that we're terrified of turn out to be you know, not all doom and gloom, because it's you know, perhaps it does free human labor for more interesting pursuits. You know,
there are two ways to think about the doom and gloom. Number one is we all want more wealth with less toil. It's kind of a universal human desire. This is what technology does for it. It's the broad goal of technology. That's to be welcomed. The other one is that up until now, technology has done at least as good a job of creating jobs and creating work, all up and down the income spectrum, as it's done of destroying jobs and destroying work. It's been a really happy balance so far. I personally think that balance might be about to change, but that's not gospel at all. People have been saying that for 200 years. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.